buy this product, buy this card, buy. But what about selling? Well, recently I have sold a bunch of sealed Pokemon product in my own collection. Now, it's an interesting topic, whether or not when is the best time to sell. Can you make a good amount of money from it? Did I make a good amount of money from it? Did I make any profit? Did I had to sell, make a loss? But today I've been going through everything that I've sold recently to give you guys an idea of if it's possible to really make money from sealed product. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so today we've got a special one for you. We got one where I've basically sold a bunch of stuff. Now normally I do videos saying buy this, buy that. Well, today I'm going to talk to you about what I have been selling. I delved deep into my Pokemon collection and had to shift some products. So what have I been shifting? Did I make any money? Let's get into it. Okay, kicking things off, Evolving Skies. Now we know Evolving Skies is ridiculously expensive right now, and it is just knocking everything out of the park, right? In the Sword and Shield era, it is by far the best set, the most expensive set. Now I've had a decent amount of Evolving Skies. I've been collecting Evolving Skies for the longest time. When there have been multiple reprints, I've made it a priority to pick up booster boxes. Now in total, I actually had, I think it was around about 13, maybe 14 booster boxes in total. Now, I actually thought I only had 6, but I actually had some still at my parents' house, and I had some lying around. So I basically sold a case worth 6 booster boxes. As you can see on TCG Player, we're looking at $415 a booster box. Now, over here in the UK, it tends to bounce around between $350 to $400. Depending on multiple factors, whether or not it's a good condition, as in like the shrink wrap's good, there's no tears or anything like that, and just depending how much people are willing to pay for it, really. Now, I sold most of my product through either Facebook trading pages or over on eBay. Those are basically the two places that I tend to sell, and I shifted some product. I bought my Evolving Skies booster boxes on release, and I bought them when they did multiple reprints. Now, it was the last reprint they did where I picked up quite a few boxes for £120 a booster box. So we're looking at roughly around $140 or so, and I've sold them recently. All 6 of them worked out roughly around £370 each. So basically I gave them a little bit of a deal, this one individual, because they wanted all 6. Right now I was like, yep, absolutely fine. So I charged them £370 for a single box. Now that is a great return. We're looking at £120 to $370. That's a £250 profit for the booster box. That's 200% profit per box, which I think is absolutely incredible. Now, I still have some Evolving Skies left in my collection. I don't obviously have as much as I had before. However, I'm pretty happy. I'm not really bothered about picking up any more. As you can see with the booster boxes of Evolving Skies, they haven't really done much. Like, I say done much, they've done okay, but they're kind of been quite stable over the past 3 months. In fact, they've been dropping a little bit from their recent high of 450. Over here in the UK, they haven't really moved much. They've been between that 350 and 400 for about 6 months now, and it hasn't really moved much. Now, I do expect them to go up over time, of course, but hey, made a decent amount of money out of it. Up next, Chilling Reign. Chilling Reign is a set where I went quite heavy on. Picked up a huge amount of booster boxes of this set back when it was cheap. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, for over a year and a half, maybe even 2 years, I think it's been out 2 years now, I've been going on and on about Chilling Reign. You know, I'm telling you guys, pick it up when it was cheap. Pick it up when it was cheap, before it goes up, before it goes up. We're looking at $146 for a box. About £140 here for a booster box now of Chilling Reign. I managed to pick mine up for £85 a box. Now, I had 10 in total, and I've sold 4. So I've sold 4 booster boxes. Incredible, like incredible. So yes, booster boxes of Chilling Reign have kind of dipped recently from a high of 150, but if you go back 6 months overall, they've been doing really well. Of course, climbing, you go back a year and you can see the real progression of Chilling Reign, and I do expect Chilling Reign to continue to go up. Now, I made a pretty good return on this, and I do feel like I want to pick up more Chilling Reign. Because I do love the set. So I have 6 boxes left. I like to try and keep 6 boxes of a particular set I like, and Chilling Reign is definitely one of them. With all those alt arts, just incredible artwork, and I really enjoy this set, and I want to keep hold of some, but I did manage to shift some. Right, on to Fusion Strike. Of course, best set, right? Best set of Fusion Strike? Yeah, so I actually sold quite a few of these. Again, I picked these up when these were super cheap. These were, I believe, 85 to 90 a box when I picked these up. In fact, I think I might have even picked a couple up at 80, just because of when they were so cheap and they were heavily reprinted. We're looking at 144, very similar to Chilling Reign. Over here in the UK, you can pick these up for about 130, about 125. They're a bit cheaper than Chilling Reign. It's a bit of a more newer than Chilling Reign, of course, the release date. But nonetheless, Fusion Strike is doing really well. We go back 6 months and we could really see, you know, it really hasn't really moved much in 6 months, but over the past year, obviously it's shot. That's why you see that 90 or around that time. Now, I've been talking about Fusion Strike, where it's a set where it's kind of the forgotten set. It got caught in a bit of a release awkwardness window, and it's done really well since. So it has done really well. Full rates are terrible, but there's some really big chase cards in the set, and I like this set, so I went and picked up some. I actually sold, I think it was about three booster boxes. Didn't have to sell that many because Evolving Skies did a lot of the heavy lifting, but I did shift a few of them for around about 130 a box. So from about, you're talking about £40 profit. Not too bad actually for Fusion Strike. Brilliant Stars. Now Brilliant Stars is an interesting one because I actually sold a lot of Brilliant Stars. So Brilliant Stars booster boxes, I actually went quite heavy on Brilliant Stars when the set first came out. And when the set first came out, I picked up, usually I pick up like a case to begin with, but I actually picked up 3 cases of Brilliant Stars, and they were cheap. I think they worked out around about £100 a box, so you're looking just over $100 a box. And now you look at them and they were around 140. Now I actually sold quite a few of them, and I've been picking more up over time. And I actually sold quite a few of them. As you can see, they were really high, and this was where I sold it. I actually sold them over here for 160 a box, so more than retail and what they are now. So I made around about £60 profit per box, and I sold about 10. I actually sold a decent amount of Brilliant Stars booster boxes, mainly because I have a lot and I've still got quite a bit left. And I do feel like this is still a brilliant, pun intended, set to pick up. This is such a great set. In my opinion, it's one of the best sets in the Sword and Shield era. And I've got like 8 or 9 boxes left of this. So yeah, absolutely incredible. I do love Brilliant Stars, and it's definitely one which I think will do well in the long run. Has been dropping because it has been reprinted and restocked. Now's a pretty good time to pick them up. But yeah, I got a pretty good return on them. And then Vivid Voltage. Now Vivid Voltage is one I don't really talk about much on this channel, and I've actually sold a few. I think about a case worth I've sold of Vivid Voltage. I have like 2 boxes left. I don't really bothered about Vivid Voltage because it hasn't really moved much. It really hasn't. We look at 136 a box. We go back 6 months, and it's kind of been bounced around that 130 to 135. We go back a year, and again, it hasn't really, it's gone up a little bit, but it hasn't really moved much. And I shifted some, I picked these up, I think they were maybe 110 a box. Didn't make much profit on them, and I thought, well, I needed the money, and to be fair, they're not really moving much, and I prefer to reinvest that money in a different set. So I've actually sold some Vivid Voltage, and I'm going to actually use that money to pick up some more Scarlet and Violet era booster boxes just because of how cheap they are. But overall, this is a pretty good set. You got the Rainbow Chonkachu obviously holding the fort for Vivid Voltage, but apart from that, it's not really doing very well, unfortunately. So that's why I've kind of offloaded some, which I just had lying around and I didn't really want. And then finally, I know I had to get rid of some. I know it's tough, but Hidden Fates. Now, I've said before on this channel a long time ago, I'm on the hunt to having 100 Hidden Fates ETBs. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have 100. I wasn't close anyway, but I still have I got maybe 14 left, something like that. But I have sold about 20, so I've sold about 20. I didn't even get halfway. I sold about 20 ETBs. Now over here they have been pretty reasonable. Now those ETBs I picked up for £80 each. This was a long time ago. We're talking maybe 2 years ago. Picked them up pretty cheap. They were getting reprinted, and I was snatching them. And as you can see, over in the US, they're way more expensive. Over here now, you're probably looking around 105, 110. Like I said, in the US, you're looking on 170. We go back 6 months, and it's kind of really stayed pretty stable. We go back the past year, and it's gone up a little bit, right? It's gone maybe like $10 to $15. It's a fantastic set. It's one of my all-time favorite sets. I will try and get 100 one day. I still think now is a really good price to pick up some Hidden Fates over here in the UK. Over in the US, I still think it's pretty good. It's not going to get reprinted. It's a fantastic set. People love opening up. And I think down the line, people will look back on Hidden Fates, kind of like Shining Legends, and just be like, man, this was such a cool set. I want to open some more. And that's where the price will go up and the value will go up. So overall, pretty good. There you have it, guys. That is what I've been selling over the past, I would probably say, between 6 months to a year. I've been selling product, moving stuff around, changing the numbers. Obviously have to raise funds for the little Rocky boy, but he's a lot better now, guys. I know I've had a ton of messages from you guys asking me, how's the little puppy doing? He's doing really well. I am going to be getting him on the channel real soon. Once he's back up and running and causing terror, you'll be seeing him on the live streams, and you'll be seeing him in the videos, guys. So yeah, make sure to stick around for that one. But that's what I've been selling. Let me know down in the comments, what have you been selling? Have you been selling? And what are you looking to pick up? Or maybe just exchange. A lot of this stuff I have sold and picked up more stuff. I've picked up more Scarlet and Violet era boxes because I think now's a great time to pick up Scarlet and Violet era, especially base, Padera, Evolved, Need, and Obsidian Flames. I'm looking to pick up some more 151. I am going to be looking at probably picking up one of the UPCs to keep sealed, and I'm probably going to be looking at picking up a Pokemon Center ETB if I can get it for a good deal. But apart from that, I'm going more deeper into the booster boxes because that's usually what I like collecting, guys. Apart from Hidden Fates, I go for booster boxes over ETBs and the rest. So, but let me know down in the comments what are your thoughts. And if you want to know what's been going on in the Japanese Pokemon market, then make sure to click on this video right here. And if you watch more Pokemon content, guys, you know what to do. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, that's it from me in this video. As always, you guys are legends, and I'll see you in the next one.